Guess what? Mill Knot. Brand new label and a new low price. Mill Knot. That's what. Mill Knot.
Time now in Chicago is 10:45. Wrigley's Spirited Gum presents The Howard Miller Show. And now, here with music on records is Howard Miller.
Thank you very much, Joe Foss, and once again, how do you do? Well, today we have a pleasure that we've looked forward to for a great long while. It was along about February 1st of this year, as I recall, that we received an inauspicious package marked Records from the MGM Record Company. Upon opening it and going through the usual turmoil of listening, auditioning as we disc jockeys call it, to all the new releases, we came across one done by a comparative newcomer to the pop music field. His name was Marvin Rainwater, and while he was prominently identified with the country and western slant of music, not so in the pop field. But we listened to this a couple of times, as did disc jockeys all over the country, and all of us mutually decided that here was a tremendous potential hit. That it is one is proven now by the fact that it is one of the best-selling records in all of America. That's my way of saying that our guest today is Marvin Rainwater for Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. He's sitting in Alan Dick's famed restaurant in New York City, and we'll have a chance to talk to this young boy who has made such a tremendous jackpot out of the pop music field. So before you meet Marvin, let's listen to J.P. Morgan and a new Victor record called Graduation Ring.
Where his graduation ring, and I'm as happy as can be, because I know now he'll be ever true to me. It's just a graduation ring, but still it tells me that he cares. It holds a promise of a love that we will share. Now we're going steady. We never are apart. And that ring will keep him forever in my heart. And though we're both too young right now, someday if things go as we plan, he'll change that school ring for a golden wedding band. I wear his graduation ring. Someday if things go as we plan, he'll change that school ring for a golden wedding band. For a golden wedding band.
That's a new one by J.P. Morgan called Graduation Ring. You know, I was sitting here thinking about the various forms of music, talking about country, western, and calypso, and pop, that all of these forms, these music forms, belong to a geographical area. Well, that's quite unlike the product that we talk about every day, not music, but chewing gum, because Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum is just as much enjoyed and perform the chewing action every day down in the deep Caribbean the wonderful islands, the pearl of the Antilles, the country and western music, which belongs to the geographical barrier of the Mason-Dixon line, certainly exposes itself to Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. And so be it, all around the world, people have come to enjoy, regardless of our station in life or our walk of life, the product that we know as the finest chewing gum product that there is, Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. So whether your form of music happens to be calypso, the classics, pop, or country and western, I'm sure that one thing we'll all agree, that the best gum is Wrigley Spearmint. And I hope that you'll enjoy it every day that you want just a little bit of extra relaxation. It's good for you. You enjoy Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum, there's nothing finer. Well, let's go to New York City now and meet this young boy who we have never really had the pleasure of talking to in person or on radio. His name is Marvin Rainwater, and I presume maybe he's having a little bit of coffee right now. How are you this morning, Marv?
Very good, Howard. That's exactly what we're doing, having a little cup of coffee here now.
Good for you. Marvin, I know so very little about your biographical sketch. I think maybe you have to fill me in. First off, let me make one suggestion. You are part Indian, are you not?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how does an Indian become a pop vocalist?
Well, I don't know exactly how anybody goes about it. It's a matter of luck and a matter of feeling and a matter of just a whole lot of things gelling at the same time, such as people like you taking an interest in a record that would ordinarily be country and playing it and getting it going. That's got a whole lot to do with it, because otherwise it'd probably never even be heard, you know. And
yes. Well, now, Marvin, actually, you were a well-recognized and popular country and western artist. Today, that barrier no longer really exists, does it? Because an artist like yourself is acceptable at the pop level, at every level of geographical barriers.
Well, it seems to be that way, and we've hoped this would happen for a good number of years, Howard, because it's, to me, it's a wonderful thing for several reasons. One of them is that the pop field is going to get some of this real heart and sincere music that comes out of the country field, and another reason is the country field is going to have to clean up their music, and, you know, what I mean by clean up is arrange it.
Yes.
Arrange it and put some prettier sounds with it to go with their real lyrics that they write and the real meaning and warmth that they have into their records.
Don't you agree with me, Marv, that there's a deep significance to the various areas geographically accepting all types of music? Don't you think it'll be a great cohesive force in our own nation here, that we understand the problems of the South, the Southerners will understand the problems of the North through the world of music?
I certainly agree.
Now, where did it begin for you, Marv? Where did you get your start?
Well, I've been writing songs for about 15 years, and the world wouldn't listen to my music. I couldn't get anybody to listen. I just roam all over the country trying to get people to listen to the thing I had in my heart and the message I was trying to say in music, and I couldn't get anybody to listen. Well, a couple of years ago, I wrote a little song called I Gotta Go Get My Baby, and it was recorded by several artists in the pop field, and it gave me a start to where I started working my foot in the door and started getting people to listen to them a little bit. And it's just sort of gradually worked up, and I'm just as happy as I can be because...
Yes, I bet you are. Where do you call home, Marv? Of course, now you belong to the hearts of all the world, but primarily, where was it from? Where was the beginning?
I was born in Wichita, Kansas.
Your daddy and mother are both Indians, or just one side?
No, and the grandparents.
Your grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And was there any folklore, any Indian lore in your background or life that would have given you an insight to country and western music, do you suppose?
Well, I don't think that would be it so much. It's just being born and raised out on the plains, out there where it's wide open and you can see nothing but the horizon, and it gave me a big scope of life. I don't know. I just always searching for something.
You mean you're going to destroy my illusion and tell me that you never rode a pinto pony?
Oh, many times.
Well, now, Marvin, the song Gonna Find Me a Bluebird was written by you. Is there some inspirational force behind that song? Is there some story behind this great lyric?
Yes, there really is. What you said on your program when you first played it, I got a copy of that, and it summed up the way I felt when I wrote the song. I wanted to help myself and help other people to raise their eyes up a little bit and reach for something that was a little bit better. And that's what I like to do in songs. Even though it might be a sad song, I'm trying to make people look up and have hope, you know.
Yes, how do you account for the fact that so much of the country and western music is sad music? Marvin, is there some correlation between living conditions in one area as compared to the north, for instance?
Well, I think the sad music, let me explain it this way, the way I feel about it. I think when a person sings a sad song, when he gets done, he feels better. And when a person listens to a sad song and he gets done hearing it, then he feels better. That's the way I feel about it. It has that sort of an effect on an audience.
I've never heard it expressed that way, but I think that psychologically probably you have something. There's sort of a transference that it relieves you of certain misery that you might be experiencing down deep, huh?
That's right. That's the way I feel.
Marvin, let's give a listen to it. This is not the first time we've played it on the network. We've featured it a number of times because I wanted it to be a hit. I wanted this to be a great song because I think you're a great talent and this is a fine piece of music. So let's give it another spin now in deference to your presence on our show for Wrigley Spearmint. Here's a song that's going to be number one in the country, Marvin Rainwater, his MGM recording, Gonna Find Me a Bluebird.
Gonna find me a bluebird, let him sing me a song, 'cause my heart's been broken much too long. Gonna chase me a rainbow through a heaven of blue, 'cause I'm all through crying over you. There was a time my love was needed, my life completed, my dreams come true. Then came the time my life was haunted, my love unwanted, all for you. Gonna find me a bluebird, let him sing me a song, 'cause my heart's been broken much too long. Gonna chase me a rainbow through a heaven of blue, 'cause I'm all through crying over you.
Gee, that's pretty music. Gonna chase me a rainbow, gonna find me a bluebird. Marvin Rainwater, his great MGM hit. Marvin, I suppose that now that you've got a hit in the pop field of records, there's a lot of nightclubs that formerly didn't want you as a performer, not that they didn't like you, but they didn't know you, that now are probably bidding for your attention, huh?
Yes, sir. It's been a very, very big help, and that's where I like to work, in places like that, where I can put on a sort of a skit, you know. It's just outdoorsy type of thing.
Yes. Marvin, I'm always curious, after I listen to a record, some of the background that goes into it. What about the whistling? Do you whistle on that particular record?
Yes, I did. I had to dub it in, though, you know, put it on another tape because I didn't have time to do it. And on the particular record as I cut it.
Now, actually, this was not a major production from the standpoint of musicianship. How many men were there on that date? Just very few musicians, weren't there?
About 5, I think.
Just 5 men and yourself and your whistle. Marv, it's this sort of music that I think it's always a great pleasure to be a part of a profession known as disc jockeying, because once in a while we come across swell records like yours. Thank you very much for making it.
Well, thank you for helping the world to listen to my music, Howard.
Thank you very much, and keep turning it out that way, and we'll keep playing it. Thank you, Marv.
Bye.
Right, good luck, sir. That was Marvin Rainwater, the young boy who finally got the foot in the door, wrote a song that all the world now is going to accept and love. And I think that is only as it should be, because here's a fine young talent. Marvin Rainwater, his MGM record, Gonna Find Me a Bluebird. Now, you find the pleasure that there is in Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum, and I'll promise you that there's just no finer flavor anywhere that you can possibly find. Always good for you because it keeps your teeth clean and attractive, keeps your breath sweet. Enjoy it, won't you? Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum. This is Howard Miller from Chicago. We'll see you tomorrow. Here's our star, Joe Foss. Joe, what was that?
Be sure to join Howard at this same time tomorrow when his guest will be Kathy Carr on the CBS Radio Network.
WBBM Chicago.